Hello, I'm Congresswoman Young Kim, representing California's 39th Congressional District. This includes parts of Los Angeles, Orange, and San Bernardino counties. I'm honored to be with you all virtually today at Concordia's 2021 Indo-Pacific Initiative. In today's increasingly connected world, U.S. policy in the Indo-Pacific impacts Americans' everyday lives, from the prices of everyday goods to our phones and other technologies that power our connectivity to one another. As an immigrant from South Korea who now represents Southern California, which we call the gateway to the Pacific Rim, and one of the first Korean American women to serve in Congress, the U.S. policy in the Indo-Pacific is a top priority for me and directly impacts many of my constituents, from key trade relationships and supply chains impacting small business owners to supporting human rights on the world stage. And as vice-ranking member of the Foreign Affairs Subcommittee on Asia, Central Asia, the Pacific, and non-proliferation, I have focused much of my work in Congress on strengthening alliances, countering threats, and promoting human rights globally. Our partnership with South Korea, for example, has great potential for improvement following a successful summit earlier this year and commitments made to expand investment in secure supply chains and vaccine production. I will continue to push for expanded U.S. Republic of Korea cooperation in security and human rights promotion through bilateral exchanges and meetings with Korean legislators and officials through the Congressional Study Group on Korea and the U.S. Republic of Korea Interparliamentary Exchange Group, both of which I co-chair as the lead Republican. Our alliance with South Korea and with Japan is crucial to counter the Kim regime in North Korea, as is our unwavering commitment to supporting global human rights. I have pressed Secretary Blinken and the administration on approaching or appointing a special envoy on North Korean human rights issues. This key position, which has been vacant since 2017, is crucial toward coordinating our response to the constant oppression and abuse experienced by the North Korean people every day. The special envoy would also assist with future reunifications of Korean American families, most of which have been separated since the end of the Korean War nearly 70 years ago. Just as Korean families have been part of reunification efforts in the past, we must make every effort to include Korean American families which have been consistently left out of reunification sessions with North Korea. Time is running out for many of these aging family members. Therefore, there are two pieces of bipartisan legislation that I helped introduce. They call for the inclusion of Korean Americans in the reunification process with North Korea. These both passed the House, and I hope the Senate takes urgent action before it's too late. We also cannot ignore the economic and technological race against the People's Republic of China. And our policies in the region will undoubtedly impact not only foreign policy, but Americans' way of life. I have championed several initiatives in the House so far relating to China, including on getting Taiwan back into the World Health Organization and the Uyghur Policy Act, to help the United States take concrete steps to counter aggression from the PRC and stand with Uyghurs and other ethnic minorities facing horrific human rights abuses. As the PRC continues to pursue an aggressive agenda in Hong Kong, Taiwan, and towards its neighbors in the Indo-Pacific, we must invest in our alliances and our capacity to compete to rebalance against rising authoritarian power. America's approach to its foreign policy is critically important for the well-being of the world and our vital national interests. Good foreign policy often influences good national policy, and I'm here today to support a common sense, fiscally responsible, and human rights conscious vision of foreign affairs that I hope will secure America's vital interest for decades to come. Thank you.